Hello, class. As always, I hope this message finds you well. I wanted to show you an article this week, and this one is about a chiral molecule. And also, it's interesting because it's a chiral molecule that it's centered around oxygen. And what chiral means, it means that there is a mirror image symmetry. So, like your right hand and your left hand, for instance, are chiral, and the symmetry is that if you go between them, then there is some there is the mirror image of each is the the point of symmetry, right? So there are molecules like that that have that, and many biomolecules are. For instance, sugars. So glucose, for instance, and is chiral, and so are amino acids. And we tend to have just one of the enantiomers. Enantiomers means the specific chiral molecule. So, for instance, uh, all amino acids for living things on Earth are levorotary, and the sugars are dextrorotary. So that's something different. That's how we when you have a chiral center, you look at the different groups, and if they increase in order of as far as what we name the more important ones, if it's clockwise or counterclockwise, we give it certain names. So clockwise, of course, being dextrorotary, and the other and counterclockwise levorotary. So. But what I think is interesting about this is, I mean, this is a new molecule and it's synthesized, and this is just something new, right? I mean, many times I've been giving you articles that I deal with chemistry and society, but this one here, this is just plain old basic chemistry, and it's making new stuff, and so a problem with making very oxygen-heavy molecules is they tend to be very reactive. Oxygen is a very reactive elements. And if you look at the structure here, there are three aromatic rings here. That's what these are. These are, if you see the single double bond, this is a benzene ring. It's an aromatic ring, and because of that, it has the electron cloud. When you have it's a positive charge, but oxygen is still drawing electron density to it. It's electrons kind of flow. They can be in many different places at once. These aromatic groups are going to donate electron density back into the oxygen atom. So it's not going to, there is a positive charge focused around the oxygen atom, but it's not nearly as positive as it would be if it was like a carbon atom, for instance. So, but these groups have a stabilizing effect on that. And so this is what the scientist did. So yeah, Robert Patton. So Robert did this, and so I think this is interesting. I mean, this is cool that I mean we went and we found out something, we made something we didn't before, and we're not sure about the application for this yet. So it might be able to be used as a specialty reagent, is what goes on to say. But it's shelf stable. I mean, many times when you have oxygens, so peroxides, superoxides, they tend to be extremely explosive. So diethyl ether, for instance, that's a commonly used solvent. They put antioxidants in there to stabilize it, because the diethyl ether can form peroxides and various things. And actually, I mean, they're very dangerous. I mean, sometimes if you see an old bottle marked ether, don't shake it, because it might actually explode. So, and ether is also very flammable as well. So, but it's interesting. There's a shelf stable. They can make a shelf stable oxygen compound from this. So that's really interesting. And it's still going to be a reactive. So it's going to be probably be a good oxidizer, but like on a mild sense, not as strong as oxygen per se. So there might be some specialty reactions that this molecule might be useful for. So, and like the author said, it's shelf stable. So it's not something that it's something you can keep on your shelf and then just use it when you need it, rather than having to make it as part of your process when you're doing your chemical reaction. So I like this. This is neat, interesting stuff. Good old basic chemistry, right? So Also, with all my messages, I hope it finds you well. If you're not doing well, if you need help with anything, and I mean, I've got into many discussions, and mental health is a huge issue right now. I mean, so many students, people in general, but especially students, seem to have are having a really hard time with mental health. So, if you're having any mental health issues, feel free to reach out to me, and I'll connect you up to services with the school, or I can help you. We can come up with a strategy to help. Other issues too, of course, academic, any other issue that you need, please let me know. Keep me in mind. Basic needs, of course. So, okay, well, I'm gonna sign off for now, and I hope you enjoy the new oxygen chiral compound. Aloha.